Welcome back, everyone, to the Creating Character Podcast. If you're here joining us for this episode after listening to the last episode, more power to you. But it's that kind of growth and development that we're documenting every single week here alongside my co-host, Scorpio Sky.
I'm hot. I regret wearing this
You
jacket.
Immediately came in wearing that jacket, and I was like, that's a choice.
Yeah, it's hot. But I got nothing but a tank on under it, so I don't want to be out here chest naked.
Show
So
it. Show it. Come
Who
on.
cares?
Pop it
Wait
off.
for a good time in this episode.
At
This
some
is for our
point.
people watching the video. And this is why you might want to occasionally check out our social media
Oh, that's a good
or
idea.
something like that, or occasionally check out the video version. Get this podcast wherever you love it. But there's a chance in this episode, Sky might take off his jacket.
I think
and
it's
go
a strong
chest
chance
naked.
because I'm hot.
And go chest naked,
Yeah.
which is a term I've never heard before.
Oh, you never heard chest naked?
No.
Yeah.
Isn't it? But you're the only thing that's
Well,
covered
my
is your
chest will be covered. So but
Arm
if
naked.
the shirt came off,
Then
I'd
you'd
be
be
chest naked.
Okay.
Did you
so-
ever see that episode of The Simpsons where it's like Mr. Rogers drunk? He's like, "What do you mean I can't take off my sweater? I'm hot." That made me laugh so hard. I still laughed at like that's one of those things where you see it like when you're a kid,
Mhm.
and I'm
Oh, yeah.
still laughing to
Quoting
this
it.
day. Like Mrs. Doubtfire, I realized yesterday I like will quote Mrs. Doubtfire just to myself multiple times a week.
Can I guess? The top quotes that stand out to me
You're not going to guess it.
are Hulu, right? You pop up with cream on your face, you go Hulu,
yeah.
or it was a run by fruiting.
That's a good one. No, it's
Okay.
such a random. I like literally was walking and getting coffee in my house yesterday, and openly, like out loud, I said, "I look like a yeti in this getup."
Wow.
I don't know why like that particular quote pops into my head multiple times a week.
Yeah.
I look like a yeti in this getup.
Well,
I love that movie.
It's
That
a
should be a
fantastic movie.
character.
Mrs. Doubtfire
Yeah.
should be a wrestler.
It should be a wrestler. So think about it. Like a
I like
wrestler
that.
gets fired by
Uh-huh.
the authority figure.
Mhm.
So he's done. He can't
Mhm.
come back.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's got to come back as someone else.
Someone else.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
And they're constantly like, you know how like heels will try and rip luchador masks off.
Yeah.
They're like, I know it's him. And they'll try and rip the mask off. And there'd be a situation where the mask does get ripped off. Behind the announcer table, pops up, cream all over the face.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, there's probably
This
some
is
people actually like,
This is it. We
"Whoa."
did it.
Yeah, we're like 4 minutes in.
I was gonna say, I'm
a good
surprised
movie.
Eric you haven't hit the horn yet. Our producer, Eric Bedour. There's the horn.
Hell yeah.
We got a horn now.
Oh my
Yeah, we're fired
Yeah.
up. Welcome to the show. We
Yeah.
figured out a new character. It's Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
She's gonna win the world championship.
Just imagine like the Royal
listen,
Rumble. 3, 2, 1, and do the like a
Oh, wow,
lady.
yeah,
Comes out with the broom, the vacuum.
Yeah.
I
Well, it
love
has
that
to
movie,
be-
man.
It has to be the guy who's Mrs. Doubtfire first being eliminated and then coming back like 3 spots later as Mrs. Doubtfire.
Right.
And everyone, it's Mrs. Doubtfire. And then everyone's like, we got to eliminate this guy
This
again.
is-
But it's a different wrestler.
This is
I
going to
love it.
show up on the indie scene within the next 8 months.
I hope so.
It's for sure
Yeah,
going to show up
I
on the
hope
indie.
so.
Can I ask you a question about Mrs. Doubtfire, considering we're now officially off the tracks, even though I made a promise at the start of the show that we were going to stay on it?
You did.
Do you feel like you view that movie differently? Like as a kid, you're like, why is Sally Field being such a stick in the mud? And then as an adult, you're like, this man is crazy.
No, I still think she was a stick in the mud, man.
Okay. all
Come
right.
on.
Yeah.
I don't
Have
know.
a little
She came home
fun.
from work and he had like a goat in the house and he hadn't done anything. He clearly was suffering. I mean, he needed help.
Yeah.
But
Well,
he
you
was
know what I
suffering
think
from
about? I think about if that happened today,
it. Mhm,
and a man, like loses his children,
mhm.
and so he decides to dress up as another character to see his children without his wife knowing.
No, yeah. You would, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
like-
that happens remember that happens in the movie? The judge goes, what did you do?
Yeah, it's just like, whoa,
What were you
restraining
thinking?
order. Like, hey, you remember he was supposed to be on like supervised visitation.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's a toxic environment.
It's a little toxic environment, but hey, man,
Hey.
it made for a great movie.
It's still a great movie.
Great
So
movie.
good, so good.
Great film.
Go see Mrs. Doubtfire. If you've seen it already, see it again, man. Watch
Yeah,
it.
you
today.
say go see like it's in theaters.
It
Go
should be.
see, buy a ticket
Hey, let's get it back.
to your local Cineplex.
Get it back in theaters. Let's get it back.
Bring
in
it
theaters.
back for its
This is
25th anniversary.
this is coming. It's coming from a guy who's never seen The Godfather. Just going, guys, go see Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah,
don't hate
yeah, we
that.
learned that
Now.
last week. No, I haven't seen The Godfather. I haven't seen Star Wars. A lot of Disney movies. Didn't see The Lion King till I was an adult.
You saw the animated one though, right? Not
Yeah,
the
I liked the
other
other newer
animated
one.
You did?
I liked the newer one. Yeah.
All right.
Well, you like the animated one where the lion in Africa has blonde hair and and he's just like, oh my god, dude. It's like
You might have seen a different Lion King.
I don't know.
think
That's
you got
not,
like the
that's probably not how he
knockoff
talks.
grocery
But he
store
did have
Lion
like
King.
long blonde hair.
He had red hair. Simba
Was it?
Simba had
I
a
don't
long
know.
red beautiful mane.
Well, I guess that's all right. Yeah, I guess that's all right. But I like the one with Beyonce.
Okay. All right. I never saw it. I did
I
watch
like that
a
one with Beyonce.
2.5-hour
Yeah.
video about how bad it is though.
I enjoyed it. I
Okay.
think I saw it in theaters or whatever.
Yeah.
I support, man.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, this is a good recap of what we've all been up to because
Yeah.
we've been frozen in time watching Lion King and Mrs. Doubtfire. Eric, have you been up to anything worth anything?
I just been running other podcasts, running other shows. I'm actually, it's nice. I haven't had a ton of time off this year. I'm actually going out to Vegas this weekend at the time of this recording because a mutual friend of myself and James, the guy that I run another podcast with, Jeff, it's his birthday, and he's going to be throwing out the first pitch at a AAA baseball game.
Wow.
Really?
Jeff
Yeah,
sounds
that's
pretty
crazy.
big time. Sounds
Wow.
pretty big time.
You know,
I got really hot when you
Yeah.
said that too. I'm even hot. I'm like
You got
sweating.
excited?
All right, the jacket's coming
Take
off.
it
Sorry.
off. This is what we
Come on.
promised.
Jacket's coming
All
off,
right,
baby!
cue into the video.
Woo!
I want to say something real quick. Eric, I like how you introduced the concept of, wow, look at this.
Okay.
Oh, it's stuck.
Okay. Okay. It's stuck. He's trapped. He's like,
You
can't
you
get out.
introduced it as a mutual friend, but obviously I wasn't invited, so
Yeah, no, absolutely
so-
not.
Well, there you go.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, he said, should we invite?
I've been in the
Sh-
gym, y'all.
Jeff asked, should we invite James and Elise? And I said, definitely Elise, but not James.
Yeah. So that's where she's going.
How come you're not doing stuff like that, James?
What? Kneeling in the middle of the podcast and doing
Yeah,
bicep
man.
flexes?
Just
Yeah.
distracting.
I feel like I do enough. That's
maybe
incoherent.
you'd-
Great for audio.
Maybe you'd get invited to Vegas if you
That's
just,
true. Maybe I'd get invited.
give a little, get a little.
Maybe
blown
I'd
up.
get invited to Vegas.
Yeah.
what?
We're,
So what are you gonna do
we're
in Vegas?
Staying, we're staying in like Fremont area because
that
it's
area.
always like stay on the strip, and I don't really,
I
not
love
very
that
much
area.
like us.
No,
I'm not a
Fremont-
strip guy.
Fremont's where it's at, man. Go to
love-
Nerd Bar.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Go to like the old stuff. What's like you guys have like go to Vegas spots or anything like that? That's like stuff that you go to at all? Like
There's,
any recommendations, I guess.
There's this crackhead outside of Sam's Town. You got to go see him.
He's always
He's
there,
the
I
man.
guess.
He's got the best stories. I'm just kidding. Can we say crackhead on the show?
Yeah. We said so much
no one's gonna
worse.
stop us.
No. You know what I did one time in the old Vegas area is I went to the Mob Museum. Have you ever been?
That's what I was going to recommend.
Yeah.
really?
Mob Museum. It's fun. It's fun, man. I'm sweating. No close-ups, please. I'm
You-
sweating. I'm gonna take a drink
We,
of this thing that's not
we're-
sponsoring us.
We're trying to figure out stuff to do, and I'll pitch Mob Museum. I didn't even.
You
I
should
didn't know Mob
definitely go.
Museum was
you
a
could,
thing out there.
You could do that on your. If you had like 90 minutes, you could probably just
Easily.
wander over there.
Easily.
And
Oh,
I don't
really?
think it's too expensive. I
it's
had a
not.
wedding in Vegas a couple of years ago, and we were staying near the Mob Museum, and so we just
Yeah.
we're like, let's go check out this Mob Museum. You do a walkthrough. It's really, but it is cool.
It's really cool.
Huh.
And it's like there's a whole thing like that you can go through. They show you how to like use a gun and like they have like this like gun games or whatever. Like you're like a police officer and you walk in and like you have to assess these situations. And
Oh,
that
I didn't
sort
do
of thing.
that much.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
It was super cool. There was this dude.
How did
he
you
was
do?
like, I did very well, actually, and I was the primary cop that I had backup. I walked in, and this dude, he looks over. I can't remember what he said, but he recognized me from wrestling, and he was just like, "Oh, this guy he's a wrestler or whatever." Blah blah blah. And I was just like, "What?" And I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't process it.
Yeah.
That it was just like, because I'm in character, man. I'm a cop. I'm not Scorpio's guy. I'm a cop.
Yeah.
And so I'm in there, and I'm like, "Show me your hands, sir." And he's just like, and he turns around. He was like in a chair, and he turns around. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this guy's a wrestler, man. He's gonna do something to me." And I was just like, "Your hands, sir."
Yeah.
And he had like this gun on his lap, and I was like, "I need to see your hands." I was serious, bro. I was
Wow.
not Scorpio's guy.
Whoa.
So do that,
You're
Eric.
way into it. Yeah, I'll
go
do that.
Go
I'll,
and they have like a whole thing on
try.
prohibition too.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting. You should check it out.
Okay.
They should sponsor us. We just did a whole like 3 minutes advertising.
It's a mob
them.
museum of Fremont Street,
Send
Las
us a
Vegas.
check.
Sure.
They should just invite us to come out and record from the mob museum.
Live from the mob museum.
Live from the mob museum.
That'd be dope. We should do
I'll
that.
do it. Let's go to the mob. I'll pitch the idea. I'll say, hey guys, I have a podcast that's coming out. We talk about the mob museum for too long. Can we come out and record at the mob museum? They gotta say yes. They gotta.
They have to say yes legally.
I hope everything I just told you actually happened and it wasn't like a hallucination or something.
You
'Cause
definitely
in Vegas,
dreamed
you
it, but
drink
that's
a
okay.
lot.
That is true. Yeah. It was weird that it was open at 4 a.m. to do this whole thing. I feel like I haven't done like a Vegas trip in a very long time, because when I first moved to Los Angeles like 20 years ago, Vegas was this cool, not so far away destination where you could spend 3 days, but like the whole trip would cost you like $250 or something. And then it slowly transformed out of that, and it became more expensive than going somewhere nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still like Vegas a lot, but I'm not entirely sure what to do. And I also like gambling, but even that's more expensive now
Yes.
too. Like you used to be able to find $5 craps tables, and now minimums are 25. And look at me.
And you used to be able to cheat it. You can go to like a little quarter machine and then get some
Yep.
drinks.
Yeah.
Man, they don't come around with those drinks.
They don't come around with the drinks, and they're like, this machine is a 25-cent machine, but you have to bet at least 25 cents.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's
tough.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's-
I honestly
it
don't
sucks.
even really like the Strip anymore. I
No.
like Fremont and Old Vegas. I enjoy
Yeah.
that so much more.
I think the last time I was like in Vegas, like doing something there, was AEW pay-per-view when you worked that tag match, Sky.
The one with
I think-
Paige Van Zant a couple years back.
Yeah.
That was a great
I think
weekend.
so. This is like a while ago. Like I was out there, so I'm not really much of a Vegas guy either. What city? Like, okay, I'm a Vegas guy. Whatever. Not a Vegas guy. What city guy are you? Is there a city that you go like, oh, that I love going to this place. I love going to this spot.
Hemet, California.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
You're a Hemet guy.
Yeah, I'm a big Hemet guy.
Oh,
Big
no.
Hemet guy, man. Love Hemet. Love
Hemet
me
head?
some Hemet. Yeah, all the. No, where do I love to visit? I like visiting stuff for different reasons. Like I like going to Philadelphia because, well, for one, it's one of my favorite cities to wrestle in. I don't know why. I just
Like
have
the energy.
the energy, and I always have special nights in Philadelphia.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Oh.
I just always have special nights
It's
there.
ketamine. That's why.
Yeah. No. And then I love Rocky. You know,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
a big
yeah, yeah.
Rocky
Yeah.
fan. So going to visit the steps and seeing the statue and that sort of thing. So I love visiting Philadelphia. Love going to Miami. Obviously, you know, like it's just a cool city. You know, there's just a lot of energy, and like whether you're partying or not, it's just a cool city to be in. Man, where else? Obviously, you know, for people that are not from here, LA is always an interesting place to visit, and I definitely say interesting.
Yeah.
What about you? Like, I'm struggling. I'm blanking for some reason.
I mean, I definitely haven't had like a travel life the way that you probably have. Of the places I've gotten to visit, I really always appreciate when I get to go international to some place. One of the best cities I've ever been to is Sydney, Australia.
Oh yeah,
Have you been to Sydney?
I have. Yeah.
And I love the cross section of it being semi-tropical, but then also kind of European.
Yeah.
It's really strange, and the beach culture. I'm a big like ocean person, so
Yeah.
the fact that it has such a huge beach culture was
I never
really
went to the
great for
beach
me.
there. That sounds cool though.
It was went to as many different beaches as possible. Like there's like Bondi Beach and Manly Beach. I just went to as many different beaches as I could visit while I was out there. And so I always loved that, but international. I do enjoy Toronto.
Oh yeah.
Toronto's a really cool city. I mostly have visited for like family reasons.
Yeah.
Visiting my wife's family, but
Your wife's from Canada?
she
Oh,
is.
okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we'll generally go there, but she also hates the winters and hates the cold. So we'll try and go during the summer when it's really nice and ride bikes, which is, I know how Toronto isn't 8 months out of the year. But my picture of it is a really beautiful summer place. And I also like visiting New York.
Oh yeah, New York.
New York is one of those places where I know I couldn't live.
Yes.
But if there was something that came to me and there was like, well, there's a project and you're going to be in New York for 7 months, right? I would be really excited about that. I would never pick up and move to New York, but like a project that would take me there for 7 months and you see 2.5 seasons,
Yeah.
you know, or like, no, you don't have to do a full calendar year. You don't have to be there in the dead of winter or the top of summer or whatever. But I think that would be really, really
That
cool.
sounds like a cool job, man. I wish I had a job where I get put like in certain cities, but maybe just for a short period of time, and then you can. I guess my ultimate dream job would be a fringe good basketball player, where I could just get traded to I think get
not good
traded at
enough
the
to
trade
stay,
deadline.
yeah.
Like I'm living in New York from February till June, then I'm a free agent again, and then I sign in Utah, and then I get traded to Minnesota for like another. Like I want to be one. I'd love to be one of those journeyman. You know, kind of a.
Yeah, you'd be like a Pat Bev type,
I'd
just
be a
kind of,
millionaire.
you know, you make
I
make
always
a
say
city your home, and then
if
you move
I was
around. It's
as
easy.
successful in like basketball as I have been in wrestling, I'd be a multimillionaire.
Oh, yeah.
They make so much money.
I think a lot
Yeah.
of people do that with their industry. Though,
Yeah, right?
Because I do the same thing with mine, where it's like, if I had been as successful in almost anything else that I would have an ownership stake in, like I would be way better off than I am now.
Oh yeah, like I'm the 15th guy on the bench, 15 out of 15, and my salary is $2 million a year.
Not
I'm
so
like,
bad.
I can do that. Yeah,
Not
good
so bad.
locker room guy. Here's $3 million. You'll never play, but people like having you around.
Yeah.
I'm like, people like having me around. I don't have to play.
You know, you don't have to play. You just do like dealership grand openings and stuff. You know, get a little cash on the side.
Oh man, if I only was taller and talented.
Oh
basketball.
yeah, that's tough. It's a
I
tough
had a
one
jumper and 5 more inches, man. I
Oh,
swear.
wow. Is there any place you haven't been that you want to go to?
Brazil.
Oh, okay.
I've never been to Brazil. I've never been to anywhere in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to go to someplace in Africa. I've never been to Hawaii.
Oh, really?
I've never been to Hawaii.
Oh,
I'd love to go to Hawaii. Yeah. There's definitely some places I have not been that I would love to go to and just haven't had a chance.
yeah. Yeah. It's tough, I think, when your job involves travel, because there's part of you, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's part of you that says, maybe I shouldn't plan a trip there because I might just get sent there, right? Like maybe there's a chance that I might work there or I might have some sort of business reason for going there. And then I'll be like, well, it was stupid that I did a trip. You know, maybe not Hawaii.
But I think for me, it's different. And I'm not sure. I don't think everyone is like this. But when you're traveling for work, like when you get off time, you don't want to travel because travel feels like work.
yeah. That's
Yep.
a good
So,
point.
100%.
Vacation is just like, oh, I want to stay at home. Now, I did go on vacation. I don't go on very many vacations because of that, but I went on one a few years ago that was really fun. And now my thing is like, let me find something dope that's close by.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd love to go to a local resort somewhere, you know, where I can just drive there and then be home in a couple of days, like where you don't have to go through the whole hustle and bustle of the airport.
Like Palm Springs or something.
Yeah,
Palm Springs
I've never
Resort?
been to Palm Springs. I always see people going for weekends.
Palm Springs. Have you been to Joshua Tree?
No.
You should go to Joshua Tree. It seems. Have you been to Joshua Tree, Eric?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It seems like it would be so lame, right? Because it's a desert, and it's just this certain kind of tree that grows there. But every time I've gone, it's such a peaceful trip. It feels like staying in a mountain cabin except you don't have to go up into a mountain and you're just surrounded by land. The silence of the space is really great.
I know exactly what
cool
you mean.
house.
There's a strip club in. No, I'm just kidding.
So I was thinking, yeah, I think I know the place. I know the
It
place.
makes me feel just like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Now, Joshua Tree, is this like a camping thing, or is there nice hotels? Because I'm not a camper. Either.
You would
I'm not
probably
trying to-
rent a house. If
Okay.
you went to Joshua
Yeah.
Tree, you'd rent a house. But since there's a lot of people that rent their houses, you'll probably get a pretty cool, nice house. Like,
Are there bears?
no.
I don't want to go anywhere.
No,
There's no
it's,
bears.
No, it's
It's
like
a
the high
desert.
desert.
Yeah, it's a desert. But that's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
I
That
don't want to go anywhere with bears, man. I keep seeing these bear attacks on TikTok, and I'm like,
You
man.
keep seeing them?
seeing
Oh,
bear
yeah.
attacks.
Oh yeah, I see a lot of bear attacks on TikTok.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're all happening with that frequency. You could be
mean-
seeing bear attacks from the last 10 or 12 years.
Yeah, but what if I'm bringing that energy into my life?
You are. It's called an algorithm.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I
you're
don't want to
doing-
get ate by a bear, man. I don't want to get attacked by a
I
bear.
see,
That
I
sounds
see.
like it sucks.
Well, this Joshua Tree is the piece of going up into a mountain cabin
Yeah, I like
without
that.
any of the risk of bear.
Josh, just keep
Yeah.
them bears away from me, dog.
Very
Them
cool.
mountain lions and all them. Keep all them animals out, bro. I'm good.
Wow,
I
you're
don't even
really
wanna
not a
see
camping
squirrels,
guy.
bro.
Who
Wow.
doesn't like bears?
I don't even want squirrels.
I,
I'm not
You-
that.
I don't
type.
want to see anything move. I want to look out. I want to see anything move. That's Joshua
I talked
Tree.
about, I
honestly.
talked about it on the previous show we had. My family's from the South and on a farm. I'm a city boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I like going to In-N-Out Burger
yeah.
and then home.
Oh man.
Wow.
I think we're more structured than we were last week. I like that.
Yeah, I think we're doing great. And here's the thing. But bear attacks on TikTok, great algorithm stuff. A lot of fun stuff on the algorithm. Would love to see what you guys are getting on your TikToks sort of day to day. A big thing that I get actually on my TikTok, a lot of music stuff. And I sort of fancy myself a little bit of a singer.
Oh, boy.
I think I have a great
Lord.
singing voice.
I don't know about this.
What?
This sounds familiar to me. This sounds
And
familiar.
I just sort of like, I want to know if you guys can sort of like kind of guess this tune that I'm kind of throwing out there. I'll just give you an example. One
Is
to
this the
start.
lyrics game?
Is this
Are
the
we
lyrics
playing the
game?
lyrics game right
Oh
now?
my God, are we? Hang
Yes.
on. Let
All
me
right.
check my notes. Yes, we are playing the lyrics game.
Breaking this down for any new listeners, we used to play this game called the Lyrics Game, where Eric will read lyrics to us. He is not going to sing them. There's not going to be melody. He is just going to read them. And it is up to James and I to guess. And I believe we used to do our name as our buzzer, right?
I believe
Name
so.
is your buzzer.
Our name is our buzzer,
Exactly.
so we can buzz in
Yep.
and guess what the song is. So I'm here for it.
Okay.
Okay, lyrics
Okay.
game.
I just give you an example. It's been a while. We're a little rusty.
Okay,
So,
James, Stained. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Oh God, Jesus Christ. Okay, this is the example one just to get us back in the rhythm.
Okay.
This is the rhythm of the night. The night, oh yeah.
Sky.
Yeah.
Chubba one guy get knocked down.
This
James.
is we're back where we all started. We just took a time machine. That, of course, is Rhythm of the Night by Corona. But guys, let me give you. I know,
I
right?
thought it was
It's tough.
Miami Sound Machine for a second, but no.
Shorty, get down. Good Lord. Baby got them open all over town. Strictly Biz, she don't play around. Cover much grounds. Got
Sky.
game by the pound. Yeah,
No diggity.
that is correct. That is
Wow.
Black Streets, No Diggity
Wow.
Sky.
No doubt.
That's a point. Way to go. James, did you even have an idea of
I
what that
thought
was?
I did, but I couldn't place it. For some reason, maybe it's you, but I pictured a white rapper.
It's because the enunciation.
Yeah, I think he threw me off. I couldn't help but picture like
You're very well spoken.
I'm simply giving you
You can't put
every
swag in it.
letter.
Though. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
I thought it was Crazy Town.
You can't
or
be like,
something.
Shawnee, get down.
Yeah,
See?
devoid
Oh.
of swagger.
Yeah. I thought I did it just like the way you did it right there. Was that not? Well,
No,
well,
that's
either
not
way.
that's not how it sounded.
all right,
Getting
well-
paid is a fault. Hey, oh, sorry.
See,
Yeah, I
he
got it.
knows. But let's go to the next one. You have so many relationships in this life. Only one or two will last. You go through all the pain and strife, then you turn around, and they're gone so fast. Oh yeah, and they're gone so fast.
That's it.
That's it. That is the whole first verse. I can see. Do you want the chorus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bop.
James.
No
Stop.
way.
Yep.
James.
All right.
Hanson.
James, go ahead.
Umbop.
Oh, yeah, that's a point for James. That's
The Young Bucks former music.
Uh-huh.
That was the Young Bucks music for years.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That was honestly genius move to look like those guys and come out to that song. So smart.
It was a genius move because people started calling them Hanson, so they were just
Yep.
like, "We'll embrace it."
Embrace it, and
Yeah.
everyone fucking wanted them to die, and then and then they got
smart.
over,
It's
and
a
it
catchy
works.
song.
It
You can't
worked.
deny that it's a catchy song.
Yep. Okay, this is one that actually came up in my algorithm recently. A guy by the name of Tyler was on a cruise, and he sang this to we'll just say a room full of aunties. So let me see how I do. I want to tease you. I want to please you. I want to show you, baby, that I need you. I want your body till the very last drop.
Sky,
Yeah,
nobody. Keith Sweat.
that is absolutely right. It is Nobody by Keith Sweat.
Oh my god.
Yep. I advise everyone to go look up Tyler singing Nobody. He looks about like this.
Just
a little
Tyler?
younger.
Just
Yeah.
search Tyler.
That's
singing
all I know
Nobody?
him as.
Okay.
I just know him. I've seen 6 angles of people filming this kid sing on a cruise ship.
Okay.
And these women lose their minds.
Tyler.
They are jumping up around. Way to go, Tyler. Hey, here's another one that maybe ties into this episode. Rising up, back on the street. Did my time.
Sky.
James.
Took my
Oh,
chain.
we'll let
Wow.
you go first.
This Eye of the Tiger.
It is Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good.
a good
Guys,
one.
You know the story behind
s-
that, right? Is that they
No.
sent a bunch of like Sly was like, I want a song, I want a song for Rocky. It's Rocky 3, right? I want a song for Rocky 3. And they said that they're gonna send him a bunch of options, or they're like, we're gonna send him several options. And there were a bunch of them that they worked really hard on, like 2 that they were like, we're going to kill ourselves. And then the last one was Eye of the Tiger, which that was just like, it's 3 a.m. Let's just throw something down. And then he was like, this is Eye of the Tiger song. I love this song. That's a good song. And so
I love the impression.
they thought there was
pretty
no
good.
way. And then that's the one he picked. But also, if you like know the song, it's so simple.
So simple, but
It's
great.
the most simple song in the world. But he's like, this song.
Have you seen Stallone's reality show?
No.
Oh, it's
no,
so
it's
good.
like
Tulsa
him and
King?
his
It's-
daughters.
No. So there is Tulsa King, which is great, but there are 2 seasons of the family Stallone, and a lot of it is surrounded around his daughters,
Mm-hmm.
and they lived in like Calabasas or something. I always compare it. It's like Keeping Up with the Kardashians with Rocky,
Okay.
and it's so good. It's so good. It's just them living their lives, and then like he's just Rocky. Like I was like, Dad, I broke up with my boyfriend. He's like, oh, you just got it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you hit. She's like, you're doing Rocky, Dad. I'm
Yeah.
hurt. I'm hurt. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you just gotta keep punching. It's like what?
I remember when
It's
I
so good.
found out that he wrote that. Like, because by the time I was old enough to like be aware, he was just like a muscle bound,
Yeah.
like action star or whatever. But it's like, no. He like wrote Rocky, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh wow. But now, the more I see of him, I go either he's always been Rocky, and he can only be Rocky. Or he made Rocky and said, this has to be my identity from here on out.
Forever.
And he's like, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to do.
Yo.
Hey,
Father,
there's worse
come
things
on.
to be. There's worse things to be.
Yeah.
Rocky's pretty good. Rocky's a pretty good thing if you're going to be a thing. You know what I
weekly
mean?
segment where we all just talk like Rocky.
I'm sure audio listeners will love that.
Yeah.
They go, none of
No
those
one will
impressions
skip-
are good, and it just
Father,
makes
skip
come
30,
on.
skip 30, skip 30. I'm still doing it. Skip 30.
is
30, skip 30.
Well, guys, the score is tied 2-2.
So
Do you
one
want me
more.
to give you
Let's do
one
one
more?
more.
We got to have a
One more.
Yeah, let's do
tiebreaker.
One more.
tiebreaker. There's no ego here.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's fine. Whoever wins, wins.
Okay, we got one more for the return of the lyrics game. This is so
Okay.
exciting, guys. Well, here's what I here before I get to this. We do 10 seconds with James at the end of the show. James, do you want to wager your 10 seconds?
Yeah, I'll put my 10 seconds on the line.
So
But if
whoever
I-
wins
so
this gets
gets
to
10
10
seconds.
seconds.
Pressure.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. All right, here we go. Final lyrics game song. Question. Tell me what you think about me. buy my own diamonds, and I buy my own rings. Only ring your celly when I'm feeling lonely. When it's all over, please get up and leave. Question. Tell me how you feel about this. Try to control me, boy. You get dismissed. Pay my own car note, and I pay my own bills. Always 50-50 in relationships.
Yeah, I'm blinking.
I mean,
It sounds familiar, but I'm
it
blanking.
sounds. I don't know. I don't.
You know it over there,
Yeah.
don't you?
As soon as I started, I knew she knew it.
Just to be clear, it's not in a burning heart from Rocky IV, right?
It's not. Unfortunately, it's not.
Heart. It's not that one. All right.
Mm-mm.
All right.
I mean, I have guesses of what I think it might be, but I don't think those are the actual lyrics. So
think
I'll
it
just
might
buzz
be?
in. I'll buzz in James and say Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block.
You know,
Is it
You're not-
Beyonce?
you're.
It
Is
was
it
Beyonce.
It is. It's Beyonce adjacent. Beyonce involved.
Oh, Destiny's
Oh,
Child.
it's Destiny's
It is-
Child.
it is
Is it
Destiny's
Bills,
Child.
Bills?
It
No,
is
it's
not Bills.
I love that song though.
Yeah, it's
At
a great
first
song.
we started out real cool.
It's a great song.
And you
But
paid my
this-
bills. Yeah.
This is ready.
do-
Are you ready?
Yeah, I
This
think we both
is
lose.
Yeah, we both L.
Independent Women Part 1.
Oh. Thought
Mhm.
yeah.
All my women independent.
Well, you keep by default you keep your 10 seconds.
Oh, okay, I do.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Good game though.
I mean, great game. It ends in a tie, unfortunately.
Ends in
And I
a
know
tie.
that there are people who are listening, much like our audio engineer, who knew the lyrics to that last song and are so mad at you for
Yeah.
not getting it.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But
You know who's a
but
big fan of
becau-
this game?
Who's that?
Brandy Rhodes.
Oh, is that
Really?
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
she used to tell me on the last show. I want to come on the show, play that game. Well, she's like, I'm listening, and I'm like, you guys are like, how do you not know this?
Let's see how she feels
Yeah.
about this one.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna be
Shout out
pissed
Brandy.
at you for the last one.
Oh, man.
She got
Oh,
that
man.
right away. But because it ended in a tie and James wagered his 10 seconds, boys, it's time now for 10 seconds with James. James, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, your time begins now.
I thought for sure as soon as the game came up that a Crazy Town song would come through. Maybe it's because I saw Eric and I thought that's the kind of. But what's the guy's name? Acid Drop or whatever. He died recently.
But that'll be it. His name's Shifty
Acid
Shell
dropper.
Shock. Guys, thank you so much for hanging
Shifty
out
Shell
with
Shock,
10
that's his
seconds
name.
with James. I know Shifty Shell
Yeah,
Shock.
yeah.
I just think I don't know.
Can we put
about
an in
Crazy Town.
memoriam at the end of this episode?
Yeah. I'm putting.
the Shifty Shell Shock, and I'm Shifty Shell Shock myself.
Gotta go watch The Family Stallone, man.
Yeah.
I think it's on Paramount.
turning this house into some sort of crazy
just try to see. I just gotta keep punching.
No, it's over. Don't say it's over.
Wait,
Dad,
hold
I
on,
want you
hold
to
on,
help
real
me
quick.
finish.
I want to hear Eric's one again. Eric, real quick.
Okay. Here's my thing is that really the only thing that I quote Stallone from is that Lipton brisk iced tea commercial where
Yeah.
he goes, "It ain't over. It ain't over."
Which I think is an impersonator.
It's an impersonator,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a guy Yeah, that's my impression is a guy impersonating Sylvester
I love
Stallone.
it.
Again,
That's
Rocky's
basically
the
all
best
of my
thing you can be
impressions.
is Rocky.
All of my
That's it.
impressions are impressions of
Oh,
my
yeah.
friends' impressions of someone.
That's how you get a good impression.
That's how it always is, man. I've got
There
one
you go.
critique of this week's episode.
Okay, only
I
one.
want to
Yep.
do it. I've got a note. Normally, I watch it back and we all give notes, but I'm going to give a live note. Not enough horns. Want more
Oh,
horns.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Want more horns.
Hang on, I got this also.
I'm ready to end the episode.
That's my robot voice.
Thanks,
Was that-
Robo
was that any
Eric.
good?
Well,
All right.
we just
Yep.
heard from Robo Eric, and that means it's time to end. You know what this show should be? They should
Canceled?
give us They should give us like the 8:30 a.m. Not yet. They should give us the 8:30 a.m. spot on some sort of radio thing, because if we had this 20 minutes, but we took it in 5-minute chunks, and all we had to do
Yep.
was kind of vamp enough for us to remind people of the weather and the time.
You know
be
what
great.
this show is? This show is like something that would be on TV in the middle of the night when we're trying to stay up and watch like Shotgun Saturday Night. You know what I mean? It's like some weird show on channel 13.
Yeah.
And it's like from
public access.
It's from like 12:30 to 1 a.m. You're just like, oh God, I have to finish watching this show just so I can watch Shotgun Saturday Night at 1.
We should have called this show Public Access.
Public access.
Public
That's
Access
what
with
this
Scorpio
is.
Sky and James Williams. Also,
Public
Eric
access.
Bedore is there doing that.
Love it. All right, let's wrap it up.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave us a review. Tell a friend, someone, like I said, who look at these biceps. We got flexing happening in the room. It's shirtless. Check out the video version of the podcast on YouTube if that's where you like to get it. Also, follow us on social media, Creating Character Pod. You can watch clips and all kinds of cool stuff. Eric has really created a fine assortment of best highlights. You'd watch it and you go, this must be the bad stuff. No! It's the good stuff.
This must be the bad stuff.
But either way, this podcast, we're rocking and rolling. We're so happy that you're listening. And yeah, thanks for following us. If you want to get more from me, James Willems, you can find me on social media, basically at James Willems. Just search for it. I'll come up. Sky?
At Scorpio Sky and Scorpio Scorpio Sky official on TikTok.
Hey, everybody.
Sometimes I get a little.
It's hot in here.
I'm hot. I am very hot. I'm
Eric.
sweating. No close-ups, please.
You can follow me at Eric Bedore.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's everywhere. Check out past episodes of this podcast. Let us know what guests we should have on. Look, we had guests lined up. Things happen.
Yeah.
So that way, we are consummate professionals. We step in, we step up, and we still deliver you a great show. And that's what we did maybe this week.
You know who's never coming on this show? Sly Stallone. If he watches this.
You think? I mean, he knows. He can't have a grudge against everyone who's done an impression of him.
that show.
I love what they say. This sounds just like me.
All right, wrap it up.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Hey, yo.